Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun reviews, likes, and discussions of some of our favorite shows. Please do me the biggest favor in the world and click that like button. Also, please subscribe if you are enjoying all of the content I've been providing so far. Yes, I'm up and coming new YouTube channel, so I would really love and appreciate all of the support from all of you. Also comment. I love to see the comments. I love to reply to comments. That's the point of having the videos, is so that I can dialogue with more people about these shows. So please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Help a sister out. Black History Month. Anyway, let's get down to business. I do apologize for this video not being done last night. As I said in the Ready to Love video, I was tired. We were celebrating a birthday, one of the students' birthdays at work in my classroom yesterday. Got crazy. Got really crazy. Anyway, I work with special education, so it's really tiring. I come out at the end of the day, I'm super tired, y'all, but I can tell you guys about my personal life in another video. Let's get down to this Ladies Who List Atlanta Season 1, Episode 5 review. Okay, so first of all, I feel like this episode gave us a good little balance of the drama and the real estate. Tiana be teaching us all about the real estate. She's like the #1 person on this show, in my opinion, teaching us so much stuff about real estate. Robin does too, and Kiana does too, but Tiana really be giving us all the good real estate tips. Like, okay. So anyway, also, this episode, I noticed the confessional looks were different and elevated. Like Robin's black look with the black pearls was everything. Kiana has some really good dramatic sleeve looks in her confessionals, and everybody's confessionals look was almost everybody's was pretty much elevated. So let's just get down to the episode. So the episode opens back up where we left off from last week when we were at Tiffany's launch party of her real estate law firm, I believe. And so Robin's like, you know what, I'm gonna squash the things with Kira. So she summons Kira in the room, and Kiana's playing the mediator between Robin and Kira. So Robin sits down and is like, you know, I talked to some young people, and I now understand why that me unfollowing you on social media might have bothered you. You know, I didn't understand before. I'm not going to just say sorry because anybody can say sorry. I'm going to ask you for forgiveness because now I understand how I might have hurt you by doing this. And in her confessionals, Robin said, you know, Kira is the same age as her kids, so she's going to handle this as a mom, which was kind of shady, but I get what Robin was saying. And so Kira, you know, did accept apologies. She said, I didn't have any issues with you, but it feels like you have issue with me. And Robin was like, no, there's no issue here. And so basically Kira said, okay, you know, I accept your apology. You know, I'm a God-fearing woman. You know, I try to really, you know, be prayed up, try to give people grace and mercy, so I can extend that to you as well. So Robin was like, well, girl, you didn't show me no grace and mercy that night because you called me an old bitch. You said this and that. So then they get into the semantics and the order of the argument, which was irritating me. Then Kiana was like, okay, well, you said this, but yeah, you said that. And then, you know, Robin likes to talk with her hands, which I do too sometimes, if you guys notice. Okay, so Kiana told Robin, like, hey, watch your hands, because we know hands can get you in trouble. And not, you know, with Kira, you know, I don't want her to take offense to, you know, thinking her hands was in Kira's face, which is, we know from some of our previous shows that hands could definitely get you in a situation you didn't want to be in. Okay, so we got to watch our hands, ladies. We got to watch our hands. So anyway, Robin was like, no, you said this first, and then you said that. And she was like telling Kiana, oh, we got to take a time out because she's getting out of order. Like, this happened, this and that. And I'm like, girl, who cares? Just say sorry and move on. So Kira did apologize to Robin as well. They decided to squash it. Robin said she could do business with Kira in the future. They're not about to be shopping and eating out together yet, but you know, they're going to work on it. She thinks Kira has some more baking to do. I think it's just a generational gap and misunderstanding honestly between Robin and Kira. They're just they just come from two different directions. So anyway, they all end up taking a picture at the end, laughing about how they being fake. Anywho, so I guess now Kira can take a picture with them. Great. So then moving on, we see Tiana selling a house to a former football player. I don't remember if they said the team he played for, but I think his name was Keon or something like that. Keon Fox. Side note, my grandpa's last name is Fox, so I was like, oh, is he related to me? Let me find out. So anyway, Fox, they just called him Fox in the show. I think Tiana didn't know how to pronounce his first name either. She was just calling him Fox. Or maybe it's funner to call him Fox. I don't know. Either way, so Fox, he's won 2 Super Bowl. He has 2 Super Bowl rings. He's a retired NFL player. So he's looking for another Atlanta property. This particular property Tiana is showing us is a more contemporary home for Atlanta. And she said there's not a lot of contemporary homes in Atlanta. This is a small market of these type of homes. This particular home was designed, I believe designed and built. Well, I know the architect is also an African-American lady named Kenyatta. I want to say it was Kenyatta. Anyway, it was a difficult name, y'all. And y'all know I don't do them difficult names too well. So anyway, the asking price was like $1 million and some change, I believe, like a little bit over $1 million. And so they took a tour of the house. It's a really big, nice, spacious house. Has a sunken living room, has a pool in the backyard. Really nice house. So they're talking to Fox. Fox's cousin is also there. He looks like he's like his manager or something. And so telling him, you know, this could be a good house to settle down, good bachelor pad, a good house that a woman would like. And, you know, Tiana also mentioned that her husband Arnold is friends with Fox. So that's how she knows Fox as well. So anyway, Fox said he's going to, you know, he's not ready to buy yet, but he's going to think about it a little longer, let her know. Tiana's like, well, just to let you know, she had a client check out the house yesterday who's also interested. So, you know, don't take too long to think about it because it can go fast. So anyway, they left. Tiana, at the end, sits down by the pool, puts her feet in the water. Now, mind you, Tiana has on this really nice black dress as she's showing this house. Puts her feet in the water, splashes, lays back on the grass like, ooh, long day. I'm like, production, quit telling these women to do this stuff that they not about to do. Because I know Tiana was not inclined to sit by that pool with that nice dress on, put her feet in the water, and lay back on the grass. That was not what she wanted to do. But I guess production said do it, and so she did it. I don't know. So anyway, moving on. And y'all know we might be going out of order, but that's how we do over here. So then we also see that Kiana is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of launching. Oh my God, what is her last name? It just blanked on me. Basically her real estate brokerage firm. Oh my God, I cannot think of her last name, which is the name of the realty company, Realty and Co. Thompson? No. Anyway, if it comes to me, I'll let you guys know, or I'll put it in the comments. I had the name in my head this whole time and totally blanked on it. But anyway, her real estate firm is making the 1-year anniversary. She's talking to all her agents and people who work at her company. It looks like it was all women too, which is really cool. Go ahead, Kiana. It looks like it was all women of color as well, so which is really cool. So she's saying they've made so many millions. Was it 50 million or 500 million? They've made in a year altogether, and celebrating the 1-year anniversary. This is going to be a very nice formal event. Don't come in your 3-piece business power suit. Come in your cocktail dress. We're not talking business. We having fun. We're celebrating ourselves. It's going to be champagne, popping, all the good stuff. So she's really, you know, celebrating her company, her achievement, and her team, which is really cool to see. We also see Crystal and Kira sit down, I guess, to have a drink or whatever. And Crystal's like, you know, before when I met Kira for the business lunch, you know, we're talking about business and personal. This time I just want to get personal. Now, me personally, y'all, I feel like Crystal still has ulterior motives with everything. I still do not trust Crystal. I'm working on trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, y'all, but she is a little shifty and shady for me still. Yes, Robin has her faults, but we see you, Crystal, and we see the moves you making, boo. So anyway, Crystal is talking to Robin, like, you know, girl, Crystal's talking to Kira. You know, we both got our long-term relationships. You know, we got to do this and that. Kira says she's only 28, so she feels like she still has time. Crystal's like, yeah, girl, you got plenty of time. Kira's like, you know, when I meet somebody, I just want to get to know them. And if we're going to move forward, good, nah, it's cool. So I get you, Kira. I'm here with you, girl. So Crystal's like, you know, I was sitting with a friend. We used to be together in middle school. And then we reconnected in college, and then we just recently connected, and he was telling me about poly. So then Crystal goes on to explain about being polyamorous and what it is. And I guess that guy's in a polyamorous relationship. He's dating a woman who's married, I believe. And so Kira's kind of like, which I'm also looking like, not my thing. I know people who get into that or will date people who are married or into poly and all of that, polyamorous. Hopefully I'm saying the terms right. Not my thing, not for me. Let me know in the comments if that's what you guys are open to or if you've ever been interested in it. We're open to learning new things here, but just not for me. I know it's just not for me in my lifestyle, not for me. So basically then Crystal proceeds to invite Kira to a poly party because the guy invited her. So she feels like since Kira's newly single, why don't I invite Kira to this poly party? So Kira was like, I'm a strong believer in God. I'm on this fast, I'm on this spiritual journey. So I don't know if this is for me. And then Crystal's like, yeah, this is what people are doing in Atlanta. It's open. And Kira's like, I thought that was only in New York. Crystal's like, yeah, girl, it's in Atlanta too. This is what people are doing. Kira's like, it's not for me. I'm going to let you have that. Kira's like, I'm going to need some more drinks on this one. I was feeling her. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me either. But to each his own, right? So then moving forward, over on Crystal, let's just go on and get to the scene with her dad. So her dad came down from Seattle to visit her. He has some properties in Atlanta. I believe he paid his houses off. He's talking about renting them out and the price value he would do. And so Crystal looked a lot like her dad as well. And her dad was handsome. And so she's just talking to her dad about how the pandemic did not affect her company and how she's been, getting to know more real estate people in the area and her best friend, Robin, which I feel like the term best friend is real loose for them. But anyway, so she's just telling him about the situation her and Robin had at the dinner, which is the beginning of the season, right, that we all know about, and her trying to calm Robin down, telling her she's triggered, which was triggering her more, which I'm sick of saying the word triggered, y'all. And so the dad understood, and she explained, she was trying to help in the best way she thought was possible. I still don't think or understand how Crystal could think that was the best way to calm Robin down, or why she should even have to calm Robin down. Why is that your responsibility, Crystal? But anyway, I could see her wanting to calm her friend down to help her out, but, the way you did it was just not good, and I don't see how you thought that was going to work. You just made it worse. So the dad said, sometimes you could just only do what you can do, and he gave her good, middle of the ground dad advice. Great. Okay, so anyway, then moving forward, we see Fox zooms in or FaceTime or something with Tiana. Tiana's sitting on the laptop. Looks like, I guess she's in her office, and he's saying, as far as the property goes, I'm willing to offer, basically, I forgot the numbers, but basically he wanted to go like 800 or 900,000 below the asking price, which is pretty significant, Fox. Like, okay. That's a dramatic drop for real estate, in my opinion. And I'm not even in real estate, y'all. Of course not. So Tiana's like, yeah, I don't know. Because Kenyatta, she's the architect of this house she built. So I don't know if she's going to go that low. But I can ask her and let her know. She said, basically Tiana said we're too far apart on this. So, it's not going to work. But Fox said, well, let me know. He said right now, just the asking price as it is, he doesn't feel like that's going to fit for his needs, but let him know if that same designer, architect might have something else that's more appropriate for him. So basically, the house is too high for Fox, okay? It was the bottom line. Fox was not willing to pay. He didn't feel like that house was worth the asking price, in his opinion, and for his way the way his bank account is set up, okay? So then Tiana gets on the FaceTime or the Zoom with Kenyatta, the architect, and she was talking about they're getting more things in, unloading trucks, and she was like, yeah, I just got off the line with Fox, and Fox wanted to go like 800,000 below the asking price. Kenyatta just bust up laughing like, she's like, what? So she's like, no. And so Tiana explains, like, I'm thinking, this house has been on the market already for, at least she said 40 days. Or 2 months. I can't remember. I think it was 40 days or something like that. So she said, now it is a good time to think about lowering it. Like, what do you think about 100,000? So they're like, yeah, that could work, but we got to be careful. So Tiana said, I don't think it's worth going down to the full 100,000 yet. It doesn't deserve that, but we can at least go down 50,000 for now, just because it's already been on the market for some days now. I think like 40. I want to say it's 40 days. But anyway, Tiana also goes on to explain that in her confessionals that when they're pricing houses and listing houses, it depends on the time of year and the season and things like that. Also, how long a house has been on the market is also a key factor for sellers and buyers. And also, when houses have been on the market a long time, buyers might feel like there could be something wrong with the property, even though it may not be. Also, when you start lowering prices of properties, then buyers start to think, oh, something must be wrong with the property, even though it just might be that they're lowering it because it's been on the market for so long. So like I said, Tiana really gave us great information that I didn't know about selling a house. So that was good to learn, Tiana. Thank you, girl. So, by the way, Tiana be looking cute at work and her confessionals. Go on, Tiana. So then moving on, so they're going to lower it down to 50,000, lower it by 50,000. Okay, hopefully Kiana, is that her name? Can sell that house, okay? Since she over there building and designing. Go on, girl. So then, let's see. Oh, Robin, before we get to the end, y'all. Robin is, she says she hasn't heard from Crystal in like some weeks. I think almost a month or so. So, the party's coming up, but right now she got to sell these houses, so she don't got time to think about that. Before we get on with this scene, also Robin, I'm noticing that Robin likes to wear things around her neck quite a bit. Like, other people have been pointing this out, and I kind of was noticing it, but not taking it too seriously. But she either does a scarf, a choker, a turtleneck. She always likes to have something up here. She rarely has things bare here, and I'm wondering what's that about. I looked at her neck in a scene where she didn't have it covered up, and nothing looked odd, like didn't look like she had like a scar or anything weird she was trying to hide. So I wonder, is that like a comfort zone? Like some people like to always have a jacket on, or some people always like to have their sleeves covered, like maybe, showing too much of her chest or her neck area is an insecurity for her. I would just be curious to know, why does she just like having chokers and something around her neck all the time? She just her thing. I would be curious to know, like, why she always has to have her neck area covered up with either a choker or a scarf or a turtleneck or something, because it's definitely became noticeable in her fashion choices. Because sometimes I don't need the choker, Robin, but do you, girl? So anyway, Robin is walking in them brown boots over to Tim's loft. Tim is going to be selling his loft. It was already on the market for a couple months, I believe, but it has not moved. The asking price is over $1 million. Robin thinks that it would sell better if we brought it down starting right under $1 million first, and then going up from there, just because of the area. I think the way Robin explained it is basically the other lofts in that place are not selling for that high, so it'd be hard to sell that place for that high. So Tim is a tall, dark, handsome man, older man. Robin also said Tim was cute. I think Tim kind of likes Robin too. That'd be cute if they could, work it out, get together. That'd be a cute little storyline for Robin. So Robin's like, oh my God, Tim. Tim's like, I know you've been trying to get up in here for a long time. I was like, well, let Robin on up and in, okay? So then they take a tour. They stop and get some wine. They finish taking a tour. He has this really, really narrow spiral staircase, which I hate stairs like that. Those terrify me because I'm scared of heights. So he had her go up first and follow behind her just in case she fell. And I would need the same thing because I would be terrified going up those stairs. Like, I've been to a loft before that had similar stairs like that where they're really, really narrow. Ugh, I do not like that. But the loft was beautifully designed. He had a wet bar upstairs. He had this like inside looking area. He had a patio deck up there. Oh, it was a beautiful place. And he was saying how he only purchased it for like $380,000 or something like that. And it was in foreclosure. All the appliances are gone. It needed a lot of work. So he put all that work into that loft and it looks good. Like Tim really did the thing on that loft. It looked amazing. It looked really, really beautiful. So they talk outside and she explains how she's going to list it for right under $1 million first to see how things go. And Tim says that that's good. He agrees and he trusts in Robin's abilities to be able to sell the property. So hats off to Robin on that one. Hopefully we get an update on if he does get that sold. And I would love to see a little date situation between Tim and Robin. So anyway, I believe, Kiana. Oh my God, important scene. I almost forgot, y'all. Before we get to the end. So Kiana and, what is her husband's name? Anthony. You know what? I think Kiana's last name is Watkins. I think it's Watkins Realty Co. I don't even know if I got it right, y'all. Anyway, Kiana and Anthony are trying to conceive a baby. Kiana says she's 39. Anthony's 42, I believe. So they go to the OBGYN. They're talking about, the doctor asked, how do they have children already? They're like, no. Anthony has a 20-year-old daughter. Kiana doesn't have any kids. I don't know why I thought at the beginning of this season that Kiana had kids. Maybe I just assumed she did. But so they do not have any kids together. So basically, previously they started the IVF process after launching the real estate company. And they're doing IVF and they're going through a company. And when it was time to fertilize, I guess, her eggs, the company asked, well, what sperm donor are you using? Which was, of course, a big red flag. I'm like, what? And so basically they were under the impression that his sperm was frozen, but it had not been. It was all a bunch of crazy drama and mess. And I felt so bad for them in that moment. Like, dang, people really out here playing with people's lives, like mishandling stuff like that. So they ended up pulling out of that process and the company refunded all their money back, which they should have. Like, how dare you? So anyway, the doctor saying, okay, we can move forward with IVF now, but, Anthony, you need to still get I know you've had the sperm analysis, but let's get it checked now. And then she has that real hard conversation that us ladies have to have with our OBGYN, especially when we start getting in our 30s. So I totally understand that. I've had little bit of those conversations with my doctor about time. Time is not on our side with conceiving, unfortunately, especially as African-American women as well. So she said, the prime time really to have a baby is 28. Most of us are career driven. And when the doctor said that, Anthony shot a look like he rolled his eyes or something. And the doctor caught it and he was like, she's like, you should have seen that look Anthony just gave. And then Kiana's like, what? And so they kind of laughed. And so I think his look was like, yeah, I know she's super career driven. It's what he was giving in that look. So she's like, after that, it could get really hard. There can be more possibilities, complications. The greatest or most common one people think of is Down syndrome. And, your baby can have different abnormalities. The older you try to have a baby, the older you are when you try to have a baby, I should say. And so she was saying, we can start the process of IVF. You also may want to consider donor eggs and donor sperm. It's 40-something% chance it could be the man's sperm is the issue as well. So that's why she wants Anthony to go ahead and do the sperm analysis again, even though he had one and it was fine. But she said, again, time changes things. And as the doctor said, every month that goes by is, important and crucial about the timing of having a baby. And Kiana did say her periods are regular. She knows when they're coming. And the doctor said that's really good. So again, another great important scene. My hat's off to Kiana and her husband for just sharing their fertility journey with America and millions of watchers. Like, that is really, really brave of them, because we know those are sensitive topics for people, especially women, especially us Black women. I learned a lot from that scene as well. Some things we already knew, but you just never know. And just the dangers of going through these companies trying to do infertility and they're not watching out on what they're doing with, the products and everything. That's not good. How do you lose somebody's sperm? That's crazy. But anyway, okay, I think we covered all the important stuff. Let's just get down to the end of the episode, y'all. So we're at Kiana's party. Looks really nice, fabulous. They're at some hotel, fancy hotel. I forgot the name of it, y'all. Anyway, so all the ladies are there. They're talking. They're like, oh, we haven't even seen Robin. And Kiana's like, I'm going to keep Robin on one side. I'm going to keep Crystal on the other side. We're going to keep it cute. We're not doing no arguing up in here tonight because it's too classy, okay? And so, everyone's congratulating Kiana on starting her business, her 1-year anniversary, all that good stuff. So then they're like, well, we haven't seen Robin. Robin comes up. They're like, oh, you're looking cute, girl. Da-da-da. And they're like, oh, Crystal's going to be here. And she's like, yeah, I haven't seen her in like a week, 3 weeks or so. And then they're like, okay, are you coming in love? Or are you coming in, I forgot the word they used, like understanding or something. And she was like, I'm not coming with the drama. Basically, it's Robin. Bottom line, Robin's not trying to fight. She said she got on her expensive shoes, so she's not trying to fight. Production is shady because they paying down to them shoes. I'm not going to they showed them real quick, so I don't know if they're expensive shoes or not. Y'all, I'm not going to get into that. Comment below. Let me know if those are expensive shoes or not. From the quick glance, I wasn't getting expensive shoes, but maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at them. They're cute though. That's all I'm gonna say. And I liked Robin's outfit, minus the neck scarf. I wish she could have did like a necklace instead. But anywho, so then Crystal comes in her purple outfit, and the way Crystal came in, I don't know how she could have not saw Robin first. It was really weird. So basically, Robin and Crystal were like back to back to each other, but like Crystal's having a conversation with Kiana and congratulating her, and then Robin's talking to Tiffany and Kira, and they're like, yeah, girl, she right behind you. This is your time. Like, maybe you should turn around and say hello. So then she turns around. They say hi. They hug. Robin's kind of shocked. Crystal's happy to see a big smile on Robin's face. And she's like, yeah, we haven't talked. And Crystal's like, oh, come on, let's go over here. So she pulls her to the side somewhere. And she's like, yeah, we haven't spoken, and da-da-da. And Robin's like, yeah, you should have tried to contact me 21 days ago. And then this is the scene where we see Crystal say, what, do you want me to, follow you around like you give me dick? So then Robin kind of was looking shocked. And then they cut the episode there. So, of course, we're going to drag this scenario out to next episode, okay? So they showed us a preview last week, but we didn't get to see the full conversation until next week. Which is okay, because that's how they keep us watching, right? And that's how our ladies who list Atlanta do us. So it is all good. Let me know what y'all think of the episode. Do you think looks like Robin and Crystal are going to make up, because we see in the next episode that they talk about Tiffany, and Crystal does not like Tiffany. I think that's going to lead to some issues. Let me know what y'all think of the episode. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.